So based on all that information and the prices, PlayStation 6.
I mean, I've already started hearing things about it.
Yeah.
What have you heard about it so far?
Fucking, like, they basically have the name. they got the name.
Yes. Oh, dear.
Sorted.
Who saw that one coming?
What's up, people? We are back with another episode. It's your boy Kaireem and your boy Jordan, people. It's Boys Will Be Boys podcast. And I would love to tell you, I would love to tell you, I have no idea what this episode is. As in, like, I have no idea what the episode, what time, number.
We don't know.
But I hope Jordan does. No? Do you?
No. It's like episode 14 or 15, I want to say.
But no, we're back with another episode, people. To be honest, I kind of know roughly what this is about. Is it like a gaming one?
Yeah. So this is the future of gaming.
Yep, and this is Jordan's episode, so he's literally in control again.
Realm.
So far, I think you've done more episodes than me, and I feel like I got to step up, which I don't like.
I'm not going to lie, because I know the episodes that I do and then I plan them. When we then are trying to figure out an episode, Kaireem does all his research with things, and then I have no clue what the hell's going on. So no, it works out all right. But no, I'm doing well. How's everything with you? How's everything going in life? You got the job, hadn't you?
Yeah, I got a new job. Yeah,
Updates?
hasn't actually officially started yet. It's starting soon.
Nice.
However, the training is going to be full on remote, which is quite nice.
That's all right.
For like about roughly 2 months. And then from that point onwards, the actual location, as I told you, is in Bath. So I'm going to have to like hybrid myself, moving back and forth to Bath. The manager I spoke to said I don't have to go every single day, but I can go most days. So I just got to figure out a routine.
You'll work out.
Yeah,
You'll
because
work out.
I need to go gym and I need to make sure.
You've got to go to gym. Can't miss that.
Yeah.
Must go to the gym in Bath at this rate.
That's what he said. Well, people go gym and Bath. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, I don't know anyone.
But yourself, how are you?
Yeah, doing all right. Yeah, hopefully by the time you've watched this episode, done the wedding recording. So
Yes.
as of this recording, it's Saturday coming up.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's gone all smoothly. Hopefully it'll be a lovely day. But yeah, I'm currently as of this recording, I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, right.
I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. But yeah, hopefully it goes really well. Got an engagement shoot a week afterwards, which
Exciting.
hopefully by the time this goes out, that goes all right.
Is
as well.
that bank holiday week? Is that week?
It's a week after.
Oh, okay, fair,
So
yeah.
I'm not fully sure on the dates and
Fair.
whatever else. But yeah, it's near the end of May.
Cool.
But yeah, it's going all right.
Nice, man.
Slow rolling.
The most important thing, I feel like you're going to go into it, is the quote of the day. All right, let's go.
So quote of the day is, sometimes you're so focused on the future that you don't realize you're in the middle of what you used to pray for.
Pray. I didn't think
Or wish for.
Yeah. I would like
I
the way you worded it. It's the quote itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say the word pray, but I get it. I feel like some people focus so fast. I say so fast, so much on what they're trying to get.
Yeah.
That end goal. No one really focuses about the journey no more.
Yeah. I think I've got a classic example on my end, like me wanting to have a computer set up, wanting to have like camera equipment, like being able to film this stuff as well. When I was back in college or like even in secondary school, I'd be like, oh man, imagine if I had that. Now that I'm consistently thinking now of wanting more now, I need to kind of step back in reality and be like, I'm kind of grateful for what I've got now because I've managed to get to where I wanted of what I have now 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to stay humble, I guess.
One thing I saw to bounce off that was I hate to say it, it's the guy, Myron from Fresh and Fit podcast.
I'll probably recognize the face.
Fair. Have you seen Fresh and Fit podcast? Yeah.
The main guy.
Yeah, the main guy. Yeah.
I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, his name's called Myron. But anyway, he said something which was quite cool. The topic itself was about like people that were athletic and people that weren't athletic, so like fit and fat.
Right.
But he basically said that you're living in a first world country. So you're living in a first world country with all these resources to like water, a roof above your head and money, and you're not utilizing those like aspects of our life. Like not everyone's in a first world country.
Yeah.
And like some people do struggle and don't even have a roof above their head. So you're in that aspect that you're not utilizing what's very beneficial to you.
Yeah.
I saw that. When I heard that, I was like, he's not wrong. And and it clicks to that quote there. So the whole like the journey aspect of it. So yeah, I thought it tied up. I thought it quite sound quite similar.
Yeah, nice. Decent. So this episode is gaming. I'm controlling this, so I'll probably screw this intro up. But we have two guests again. We've got guests on this episode that I'm hoping will help depict this episode.
I'm excited for it.
So today's special guest to help unravel gaming and what potentially could be the future. I'd like to welcome Rob and Max to the podcast.
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
guys.
What's going on?
How you guys doing? Doing well?
Doing good. Yourself?
Loving life, mate. Living the dream.
Living a dream. So quick outline, because I did mess up with Will. In the outcut, I messed Will's intro up
Oh, did you?
completely.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like I could completely.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, so I've got a script written down. So Max and Rob are college mates from when I did my BTEC in Bristol. So Max on the right is a live streamer from Twitch. What's your plug?
Mr. Max Mill.
Big up.
I have a text.
Yeah, drop it down in the
You
description.
can't see it.
down below.
Remember the text?
That was the deal. That was
That was the deal. That's the only reason why I use it. So yeah, Max is a live streamer on Twitch and is known for his way around PCs technology and has a good background knowledge on gaming and the evolution of generational gaming. So like he knows Call of Duty, he knows like the back end of gaming. And then you got Rob on the left, who is a big fan and enthusiastic in the animation world.
Nice.
Custom designing cartoons, animation sketches, and loves a good anime.
Ooh.
Does that sum up right?
I'd say I'm a purveyor of the animation art.
Nice.
So these two, I would say, are the best people we can get on this episode
Amazing.
because they're probably my nerdiest gaming mates.
Yeah.
That could really give a good perception on gaming at the moment and what could be the future of gaming.
Okay.
So just before we get into the wildness of what it could be and perception,
Yeah.
how much do you game personally?
So yeah, we actually had a chat about this just before we jumped on. So yeah, I don't.
You don't game.
I would. So when I was younger, I loved it. I just had a lot of time, and like basically, let's say I guess if it came to the weekend, because obviously after 18 and 19, when I was that years old, I just went out, partied all the time. Every weekend I went out.
He was a club animal. He was.
I
loved
one
it.
Of them. Yeah.
Loved it. But what is it? Before that, yeah, every weekend I'll probably be playing after work. I say work, sorry, school. Probably be playing. Yeah, I was kind of into it. Me and my brothers used to do it.
Any go-to game or?
Me and my brothers grew up on Dragon Ball Z, so there's a Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi.
My guy.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes, let's go. They're making it number 4, and it's coming out
Sparking
again.
Zero.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Bro, I've heard things. I'll let you get on with it. I've heard things.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait.
This episode, this might be split into part 2, by the way, because there's a long.
You won't get rid of me.
But yeah, we grew up on that. My brother obviously used to beat me, and then eventually I got so good I beat him. It got to a point where, bro, I was so good at those type of games. Anyone that faced me in my family, they would lose. They would. So I went from that to Naruto because Naruto Shippuden came out, and obviously they did like different versions. So yeah, I was into it when I was younger. Now, bro, I go work, I go gym. I got my own YouTube channel. I dabble in theatre now and then, as you're aware.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't have time for it. So I just want to chill sometimes.
That's interesting.
So,
So you're on the anime realm.
yeah. I
Whereas
like anime too, bro.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we might click really well.
You might. This might work perfectly well. To be fair, on my end, I'm more like Call of Duty, FIFA, and all the rest of it. So I'm kind of like the real world kind of gaming. Whereas obviously you're
Real
like,
world, yeah.
Is that what they call it? Is it? Nah.
You know what I mean? Though? Not jumping 40 foot up in the air to do like a super like punch or something.
bro,
You know what I mean?
those
So
are the
like-
best games.
So like the animation gaming side of things, like the anime world, I'm oblivious to. So
Okay.
it'll be interesting to see how you guys get on.
Okay,
with
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And kind of a little bit of you.
I was going to say, I can weigh in on One Piece, but that's it.
I don't think they made a game of that yet.
No,
So before so carrying on. So in case I missed anything, you can debate who goes first. Give an outline of your gaming history, your knowledge, and general thoughts on what gaming is at the moment and what it could look like in, say, 10 years' time.
Sweet.
I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Go on then.
Yeah.
For me, like yourself, man, I'm Call of Duty, FIFA, all the classics. I do dabble in like a little bit of hardcore Tarkov. I don't know if you've heard of it, like FPS extraction, that sort of stuff. Yeah, so for me, I reckon VR, sort of virtual reality, that's where it's going. Of course, we're going to touch on it a little bit later, but there are ways that they're going to introduce movement to it as well, instead of just visuals. So for me personally, I think more immersion is where it's going to come from.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Meta's trying to dabble into that and stuff like that.
Trying,
Trying.
but
So where did gaming all start with you? Like when you originally, like what was your first console? Like what was your first game?
first console, PS2 days, back when you had to put the memory card in the game cases.
Yeah.
Those were the ones. Just that little sound of clacking, wiping the discs, mate.
You can tell our age.
Yeah, that's it. Little blow on the memory card.
But nowadays they just chuck it away. It's like no, old school. Like, blah, blah,
No,
blah.
Yeah,
now it's all
yeah.
online, mate. Now I want it to come back to physical. But yeah, for me, or I would say it started. Don't know if you've ever played like Jack and Dexter, like story games, Ratchet and Clank, that sort of thing.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. So sort of PS2 story games. That's where I started. Man.
Nice.
Like the Insomniac era of like where they were just making like every like good single player game.
Yeah,
Spyro,
everything
Crash
possible.
Bandicoot.
Oh,
Crash
Jack and
Bandicoot,
Daxter.
mate. Back Crash Bandicoot was like my era of it.
Yeah, my family loved that. We used that as like a family game. So
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'd say PS2, man. Definitely, that's where it started.
Nice. And you, Rob?
Yeah, so I feel like an old fart. The first console I remember was my mum's Sega Mega Drive playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Jeez.
And like, dude, like 16-bit graphics, fucking 32 chiptune music. Like you could hear every pixel. You could see the fucking pixels of Crash Bandicoot's eyebrows.
It was all black and white.
Like I've been through it all. Like from Sega Mega Drive onwards, I've pretty much played, or at least had a chance to play everything from like the original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, SP, Advance.
Yeah.
Proper veteran of gaming, basically.
I'm something of a variety. I think the only thing I haven't actually owned is an Xbox. Like, I've somehow managed to completely be, because I was in a PlayStation house.
Yeah.
Wow.
So PlayStation,
Same.
PSX.
I had Xboxes and they all broke on me.
Yeah, like PSX,
We'll
PlayStation.
get into PlayStation stuff. We'll get into it.
What about not Xbox 360? That was
No,
the whole,
I
man,
always had friends that owned them instead. So I just
Yeah.
go spend all my cousin. I spent like countless hours just playing through every Gears campaign in one night. Like,
fair.
Yeah, nice.
Gears of War, man.
so like, and now with the modern day consoles, I'm on PC. So pretty much the joys of being a PC gamer at this point is that you pretty much own an Xbox and by default.
Yeah.
And the way that crossplay is going and everything, like at this point now, like even PS exclusives are starting to come onto PC as well. Like literally to date this episode, yesterday, Ghost of Tsushima came out on PC yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
that.
The Samurai one.
Yeah.
Like the one that's been PlayStation exclusive for like
Yes.
a year and a half
Yeah.
or something now.
Yeah.
Far too long, give it.
Apparently that game's insane.
Oh, it is, mate. I only literally completed it about a month ago, but an absolute banger.
Jeez.
Is it good?
Directed right towards your face.
But yeah, man. About a month ago, completed that absolute banger. Honestly.
So,
Yeah.
to put it into footnotes, I've kind of played a bit of everything. Basically.
Mad.
Classic, bro. Halo. That's my throwback. Halo, bro.
I didn't play
There's
Halo.
no mode. What?
I played Halo a little bit, but not like to the extent of like it was my game to go to.
There is no better multiplayer game. This is my opinion to this day than Halo.
Does anyone want to try and do the theme song?
I mean, Halo is a classic. Obviously, it depends. So I guess what sort of crowd you're with, because Halo is like if you want to beat the shit out of your friends. If you want to, like Halo's like the, you know what? Nah, I'm the house captain now.
Yeah, that's it.
But then you've got other games like Gears.
That's where you settled your beef, basically.
those are
like
the proving
that
grounds.
or Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. Oh,
Rust.
Modern Warfare 2. We had 1v1 on Rust. That's where the real men were made.
If you couldn't handle 1v1 on Rust, you were just bitch made.
So mine was Modern Warfare 1. So that was
No,
like,
I'm the same. So shipment.
yeah.
Your knife's only on shipment with me. That's where we are. That's where the real.
I do not want to do a
No,
one-on-one with Rob. He would absolutely destroy me.
That's a fair point. I was never a Call of Duty guy, but that's a fair point. Fair.
I swear Call of Duty out. And I'm a massive fan. I play GTA loads as well, personally. I think it was like the summer before I got my own car, like my first job I got. That whole summer I didn't have a job. I basically overheated my PlayStation, broke it. I literally had just finished the GTA heist. It was literally like a month or two after they come out.
Jeez.
And I literally remember coming out of the lobby with the heist finished. I had my money and my TV just turned off and my PlayStation just shut down. Tried to turn my player, and my phone just weren't getting enough power to like regenerate, and my PlayStation was toasted.
That's some playtime, bro.
Yeah.
I know we used to joke about how much you played GTA. I didn't realize it was true.
Yeah, I didn't realize you broke
Yeah,
your
it was
PlayStation doing
true.
it. Damn.
Yeah, that was very true.
Madness.
But yeah, talking about PlayStation and the evolution of how gaming has changed with consoles. So did a bit of digging. So PlayStation 1, had any idea on the year it came out?
Definitely.
PlayStation 1, what?
PlayStation 1, the little grey.
The PSX.
Yeah, I want to say like
Yeah.
1996.
Oh, good shout.
It's older than that.
So
I want to say
Not by much.
1993.
994.
Oh,
So 994,
Yeah.
when it first came out, was £300.
Wow.
And it sold 120 million units,
that's mad.
right? PlayStation 2, exact same price, right?
Okay.
Came out 6 years later and sold an extra 25 million units on top of that. It then goes up by £125 to PlayStation 3, 2006. And it does half the amount of million units. So it only does 87 million units.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the only console that actually upgraded to 500 gig.
Wow.
That was Is that because this is why I said it for Xbox 360?
Yeah.
That was just a phase. Like everyone just went, "Oh, get an Xbox 360."
That's what I
That
did.
was it. Yeah, I remember back in PlayStation 3, it was all about like the party chat as well. They limited it quite hard, so loads of people can.
Because that's what Xbox first did.
Yeah,
First
Xbox came
PlayStation.
in with that, so they couldn't do much in terms of PlayStation. It was already out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
everyone jumped on it. Well, most people jumped on.
I jumped on
Xbox.
it and then got to Red Light to Death, if you know what that is.
The old red ring.
Proper gamers will know what that is. But yeah, I think I was just chugging around those because obviously when I went to do my H&D in Swindon, even way before that, when I had my Xbox, I was taking it back and forth from my dad's in Swindon and then back to Bristol for my mum's. Obviously, maybe the way I just treated the console, like I was just like, the thing is though, like it's one of those things now. Back in the day, where they obviously think about it now, it was a case of do you put it on the side or do you do it standing in? And I think where I've just done that so much, I went to turn it on and it was just like no.
Fair.
So I was like shit. So continuing on, PlayStation 3, so PlayStation 2, was 155 million units in the year 2000. PlayStation 3 was an extra £125 and it only did 87 million units, even though it had a memory upgrade. With that, you had a slim and super slim model that came out.
Remember that.
And then it was the first console that had motion sensing on the console.
Oh, yeah,
So it
remember
had
that.
the touchpad motion. So it was the first console ever to do that. And then it then goes down in price to £350 for PlayStation 4. 2013 goes up to 117 million units. And it's the first console in the PlayStation device list that you can then connect to a device. So you can use like your phone as like a second device or controller. Had the Slim and the Pro version. And then now PlayStation 5 is £500. And that came out in 2020.
2020? No.
It feels like it was a lot.
It's quite recent,
Yeah, it feels like it was closer than that. Damn.
Yeah, I feel like it's close as
Yeah,
well. I feel
that's
like it was only like
crazy.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember trying to fight mine on Facebook Marketplace, mate.
Yeah,
They
all
sold
sold
out
out.
all
Oh,
the
I see what you're
parts.
saying. I've looked at it totally wrong. I thought that was I thought that was standard for it to be out 4 years ago.
That's a long
but,
time ago now.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it was still a struggle, as you said, to like get it like last year.
I
the
would
year
say it's
before.
been within the last 6 months to a year that they've only just come into like KEX.
Yeah.
And like you can get like a refurb.
yeah.
Well, it's when the PS5 first came out, it had a massive like chipset problem.
was
Like
it.
there was
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
chipset shortage that like basically the PS5 came out short stocked. So then people were scalping PS5s and
Basically, Sony didn't realize how popular of a buy it was going to be,
That's
and
the
basically,
stupidest-
For some reason,
they
yeah.
basically ran out of consoles to sell.
That made no sense, bro. Now the dumb that sounds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's what we all said.
And they couldn't find a manufacturer as well for this particular
Yeah.
part, which completely shut down their production process.
Oh, okay.
So they were closed off, and like secondhand, people were just making money from it.
Yeah.
it was a madness.
yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, so the PlayStation 4 had a Slim and a Pro version as well. 117 million units sold. I think when I say the million units, it's like from the day it was released and the year it was released and the year that it is now, it was like 4 or 5 years prior to like now, or like 10 years from the year it was released, I would say. And then, PlayStation 5, £500, 2020, 59.2 million units sold, has loads of spec upgrades. You know all your spec stuff, like the chips and all
Is
that.
this the newer version that came out?
This is the latest version now.
Oh, okay.
Which
I
is
must-
this is the latest
I
version.
wonder when I got mine then. I must have got mine.
And it's the
Mine's fine. I haven't had an issue with it.
Like some people didn't have an issue with it, but people were basically just trying to maximize the capabilities of it. I think there was like this weird 120 FPS setting that people were trying to play with, and then it just couldn't hack that, and then they had to update it, and then that's where
FPS meaning frames per second,
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
just to clarify.
Oh, I see. Fair.
We don't know who's watching that.
So-
gaming, so just
So the new one that's out, is it a physical console of a new one out, or is it just an update that's been out?
no, it's a physical new console.
Yeah.
No way. I didn't know that.
And it's
Yeah.
the first console to be digital gaming as well. So if you buy a console that doesn't take a disc, you have to buy everything through the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
And then you can then I'm pretty sure it's more expensive to get the disc version.
It is.
It's more expensive to get the disc version.
Remember, I think it's roughly the same price. I think it's like a very short.
It's literally like an extra
difference.
60 quid
Yeah,
or
it's a
something.
tiny little bit, but I got digital just to save money.
But I believe the case of it changing with pricing and the competition between Xbox and PlayStation is the idea of, like you said, because you're upgrading the storage, you're upgrading the graphics and how much performance you can get out of it. Xbox then started having a problem with their heating fans. And basically it wasn't cooling down the console enough. So that's why these consoles have got bigger and bigger and more extravagant as they are now, which is ridiculous. So so based on all that information and the prices, PlayStation 6.
I mean, I've already started hearing things about it.
Yeah.
What have you heard about it so far?
Fucking, like, they basically have the name. they got the name.
Yes. Oh, dear. Who saw that one coming? I mean, it's after
Only
5.
Rob would say that. The PlayStation 6. So what was it?
Wait, but I just want to know, what do you mean by like the name? Like, as in, we know it's called PlayStation 6.
Yeah, basically, like they're like, okay, so
it's in the works.
There is a
100%.
PlayStation 6 like on the go, as far as we know. Like that's pretty much all that's going through the woodwork. Is like there is talks that there is a PlayStation 6 coming.
But the reason why is because of this whole gen thing. So they're saying like the generation of the 5 is gone, as in like something to do with the equipment, and you can't update it. So then obviously the new generation of the 6. I got sent like a message about this.
So a lot of the gaming stuff.
Am I kind of wrong or right?
No, so it's what developers are doing with games at the moment. They're basically buffing the games to their maximum capabilities, and they're at basically PS5. In certain cases, you can't keep up with it.
So a lot of the time at the moment, so with PS4 games, you can actually play on PS5. Or it used to be a case of like 20 or 30% of the games, or like certain titles of games, you could play on the PS4 that came from the PS3. But then some of them were like not eligible and whatever else. Yeah. So what are you doing at the moment?
I'm just trying to find that message I got sent.
Okay.
So one thing, think about it like this: the reason the PS5 is struggling so much, and like a whole bunch of other things. Think about the size of games as well nowadays.
Yeah.
When we were kids, our entire childhood fit on an 8 megabyte memory
I
card.
was going to say you're on about memory rather than like physically, just to clarify.
No,
So
the
like
storage it
both,
takes
like,
up on
the
the console.
storage take. And,
Wait,
like,
the memory for like an update for GTA is ridiculous.
Oh, mate, you just see COD these days, mate.
COD is bloatware, dude.
Pardon?
COD is bloatware. Like they
What does that
literally
mean?
make COD as big as it can, so that you can't play other games.
Oh, yeah. I remember
It's
seeing
like
some-
that's
it's sort of a
interesting.
conspiracy theory that goes around.
That's a mad
I'm
market
gonna find it.
because it gets to the point where like you got to start uninstalling your old games.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a theory that COD makes games like as big as they can. They barely optimize.
So
shit.
you only play that one
really?
game.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
marketing strategy at the moment. So
No
like,
way.
so even though you've bought GTA, you
since
paid
like
60.
Black Ops 3. Like,
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. So it'd be the case of like we play with GTA. It would be the case of you pay 60, 70 quid for the game, and say like the very first like the heist update was like 20 gig, maybe 30 gig, and whatever else. I'm pretty sure like a DLC update on GTA. I'm pretty sure it's near 90 gig.
Yeah.
like
Ridiculous.
it's the size of another game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like even like
And more.
games nowadays are so big.
Yeah,
But you got to bear in mind, like the basic memory storage is 500 gigs. So
I
then
know.
you've got all your basic information. Then you've got the game installation on top. Then you've got the game download installation on top of that. Then you've got all the data from all the mates.
It makes no sense, innit?
It's long.
No,
It's long.
it's
So what are you
crazy.
supposed to do? Buy extra memory, like for the rest of your life?
You got,
Yeah.
you got to upgrade.
So yeah,
Oh,
got-
but what?
That's what I mean. That's the whole
That's it.
point
You
of
can get like
marketing.
portable hard drives, but again, it's just more sales.
Exactly.
the hit
it's-
console, the
it's
PlayStation 6 TM. Like,
Yeah, it's mad. So moving on from all, did you want to carry on with anything?
No, I was going to say something like similar to like the whole Apple thing. Apple obviously mess up.
oh, when
their
they kill your
previous-
old
yeah.
tech.
Oh yeah, with Apple products.
kinda like that, innit?
Yeah, if you didn't know, if you are an iPhone user, as soon as the new one comes out, your battery is automatically detected to be reduced. So then you have to then go out your way to buy the new one.
Yeah.
I'm nearly there. I'm
Marketing.
13, so
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, I'm going to have to get a new one.
And to be fair, 13 is not that old.
It's not
So
that
it's
old,
crazy,
but
it's
I mean,
crazy.
it's Apple.
Yeah.
What's it on now?
They could do
It's
14 if they want.
It's 15 at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's 15
Yeah, it's 15 now. Yeah.
Jesus.
Android
I'm
user.
going to have to go buy another one after this.
Yeah. So, based on those prices, so if you were to buy a PlayStation 1 now, how much do you reckon you could get a fresh one on Amazon for?
Fresh.
Fresh one.
Yeah, what's
So
your
what-
definition of fresh?
Like mint. Or
Yeah, like refurbed, highest end condition.
Okay, right.
I'm gonna say
So it was originally 300 when it first came out.
if we're talking,
if you were to go on Amazon right now and buy a fresh PlayStation that hasn't been like an eBay photo,
if we're talking primo fresh, I'm gonna say like maybe $1,500.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
I was thinking
you would
more.
think that, but it's not.
No,
Is that true?
I would say around probably between $200 and $250 max.
£118.
Really?
I thought so. Yeah,
Fucking cheaper than when it was new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought people would be like Pokemon cards. They'll just rack up the price.
If it can be determined as like a vintage collection, then yeah, you're talking like $1,000.
Yeah.
And you got grading as well. Like people will literally go to the end and actually
It's like
get
Pokemon.
it
It's like Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
PSA 10, PlayStation 1.
Since its original
I'd buy
pricing, since its original pricing, and same with PlayStation 2 as well, they've both gone down by 60%.
Bro,
on
PlayStation 2 is dead though, man. Like,
I mean,
it's not worth to buy. PlayStation 1,
on
I mean,
Amazon.
to be fair though, if you buy a PlayStation 2, you can play a PlayStation 1 game.
Oh,
The PS2 was
That's
PS1
why,
compatible.
yeah, it's
okay.
compatible with gaming. Yeah. So
Oh,
if you,
okay.
And that's why everyone got pissed with the PS3 because it wasn't.
Oh, I see.
yeah, that's literally what it was. So if you were to go on Amazon and buy a PlayStation 2, how much do you reckon that is?
PS2, I reckon, is more.
I thought you just said it.
Because of its popularity, I reckon you're looking.
I'm going to say 80 quid.
You
Dead on the dot.
what?
80
It was
quid,
me,
bro.
I sold
No,
it.
You have stockpiled it.
I was ready for this episode.
That's crazy.
Now this is the one I was really surprised by. So PlayStation 3 originally £425, right? First console to get 500 gig of memory. First one to have a motion sensor. How much do you reckon that is on Amazon right now? PlayStation 3.
I bet not a lot. Probably £100.
It's less than the PlayStation 2.
That's about what, like 40 quid.
It's 70 quid.
That's
I was going to say
insane.
55.
Yeah.
It's gone down by 84%.
I remember going back and buying a second hand one from CX because they had. You remember the ones with the plate?
Yeah, literally CEX,
yeah,
80
yeah.
to 100 quid max PlayStation 3.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, and that's CEX.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I was going to say because I went back and I got one that's like the chunkier model with the Spider-Man font. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
those are the
mad.
ones. I
That's
wanted that
sick.
just to collect, and yeah, that was about 70 quid. So,
Yeah. So PlayStation 4, so 350 quid originally. How much do you reckon that is on Amazon?
PS4, I'm going to say about.
Oh,
It's more money.
yeah, it's
I'm
got
gonna say like
130.
I was going to say like 125.
How much did you say?
130.
You're closer. It's 140.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
I mean,
But what's
you have
interesting is
PlayStations.
so PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 4 have all gone down by 60%. It's only PlayStation 3 that has gone down the most significant.
Because it is, bro, from my point of view, there's nothing that interests me, the PlayStation 3. I'm not sure about you guys, but
I mean, it was
gonna be
interesting. 'Cause I think the PlayStation 3 was the first one to have. Was that the first Last of Us? PS3? Or was that PS4?
Yeah, first Last of Us, man.
And that was like everyone fucking sucked that game off. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good. I played it.
Yeah.
And then, PlayStation 5, how much do you reckon that is? Secondhand.
I'm going to say, I think 'cause I've seen some recently around 280, 399.
320.
I'm just going to jump between 200 and 300.
It's more than you, Rob.
Oh, fuck me then.
£385.
Oh.
So it's gone down by 23%. But to be fair, it's only been out for 4 years.
And again, brand new. What was that?
PlayStation
500.
5.
Yeah.
Brand new 500.
So yeah, about 100 off.
Yeah, still. It's holding its value.
Mad. So based on that and the past of PlayStation models, so let's go to the future of gaming, right? So I'm going to give you some mad prices for current stuff.
man.
So VAR, the Meta, is a Meta guest?
The Quest.
Yeah. Quest, yeah. Auto type. So £400 to £600. If you buy one of those. PlayStation VR2, which is the PlayStation compatible version, £530. Right?
Yeah.
You've got gaming simulators. So if you get a basic racing setup, simulator with a chair, pedals, screens, whatever else, £300 to £800. And then if you were to go like balls deep money, like I'm talking like credit card shit. Right?
Like Euro Truck Simulator setup.
I don't even care. Those things look lit.
So if you get the Acer Predator Throne Air gaming chair, which is basically a chair that you sit in that is designed like a scorpion that goes over, and then it's then a flat screen that then folds out to another 2 screens. Have a wild guess how much you could buy one of those for.
8,000.
More.
Really?
13.
£11,000.
That's mental, but worth it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, 100%. I totally agree with that.
That's
Well,
mad.
I'll set up fucking Siri in my house so I feel like Iron Man when I sit in the chair. Lower visor.
Alexa load.
That's ridiculous.
Bang.
And then
wild.
the recent VAR kind of experiences that you get in, like, say, like Cabot Circus is ones that have got omnidirectional platforms, which is basically like a dish. You sit in like a harness and say like you're doing like a zombie apocalypse and you got a gun. It's basically you're walking around inside like a metal desk.
I've actually done it in Cabot. I went there like years back.
Have a guess how much that is then.
I wanted to say to test it. Oh, well, to like actually buy the whole thing.
You were to buy your own. So it's called a Catwalk virtual reality omnidirectional platform.
So just the
18.
So this is before the game. This is before any installation.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna lowball and say $4,000.
I'm gonna go 18 grand.
Double it.
8K.
8K
to get the omnidirectional treadmill.
That's not bad.
I was quite surprised it wasn't more than the Scorpion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
And that's like the next sort of step.
And
in
that's
gaming
the current gaming at the moment. Like remove the consoles. That's like you're in the reality.
That's immersion. Yeah.
As someone who has been dabbling a lot in VR recently, like. Yeah, it's
if you got the money, that's where
it's kind of fucking wild.
So Cabot do it like as a you
experience. You spend like an hour in there.
Cool.
Is it the one by the Costa on the top floor?
Yeah, it's top floor. It's literally
Still
like
there.
top right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there and did
It's the one.
Racing
It's the one
Simulator,
opposite. It's the one opposite Jungle Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's
on the complete other side.
Yeah. VR experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So based on that being the current way of gaming at the moment, on like the high end spec of everything. Disney have now released a new way of VAR. I believe you guys know of it.
I've heard tales.
So what? So before I get into my information, what do you know about it?
It's some sort of like almost like tiling treadmill.
Yeah, I'll put a little video down below. Don't have to look.
Okay, that's literally I do it every time.
It sounds as weird as it is. Like.
It's more like a room setup sort of thing. So you're not talking, at your desk, like you are dedicating a room in a house to this thing. And it is, you walk in and that is your full immersion. It's VR as well. And it is just you stepping into another world, basically.
Wait, so just from what your description is, sounds like to me, it's a house you have to buy.
We're talking mortgage.
The mortgage
Gaming has evolved. Now you pay taxes.
You got to pay council tax.
Or is it just...
Don't tax my VR house.
Oh, mate,
I'm not going to lie, I'll go house with you.
I'm in.
But is it just a headset of virtual reality?
No, so obviously, like the VR headset is its own thing, but then, like, from what I can tell with this, you have to correct me on this. Like the tiling and whatnot is how like you can like basically fucking walk around. Yeah. So instead of like pressing up on the thumbstick to move around, you just walk.
Yeah.
But what have you got on you for? This is what I'm confused about.
Okay, so
what have you got on you? Is there an equipment on you?
So this is fun fact: you can control it with a controller.
Oh, is it?
You can as well.
Yeah, but it's a VR headset. That's on your point. It's a VR headset.
Oh, thank God! All right, yeah. I was thinking, what was this equipment?
Yeah, but no,
Disney actually just comes in and draws for you.
But it sounded like that.
You buy an employee at Disney, like one of the best graphic designers.
So yeah, the Disney Halo hollow tile floor.
Okay.
Sorry for the correction. Yeah, Disney hollow tile floor. So it's a physically walking on motionless flooring.
Okay.
So it's basically at the moment in Disney Studio in some weird in a unit somewhere in Disney in California. It's basically a flooring, probably I don't know, maybe four of these flat, like a big amplifier. If you can't see it on camera purposely, but there's a massive amplifier here. It's probably the size of this table, maybe a bit bigger, and it's basically made up of 1 inch discs that turn to match the direction of the subject's moving. So say if you're walking forward, obviously the projection of your foot would have to incline with the disc doing that. The discs doing that. So as you're walking, the motion of the balls are angled so that when you've got a certain amount of pressure, you then roll with it. So when you then got the VAR and you're in the immersion, it's then... I don't know if you've seen like the VAR games where you've got like the poles that detect like motion, like body movement. So it's like that. So as you're walking in the VAR headset, you're also walking in the game, but in reality, you're walking on the spot.
Yeah, you're not moving anywhere, but it's tracking your movement.
But it's like a ball-tiled flooring.
Oh, right.
It is basically a tiny treadmill that you put there.
Yeah.
And you just you go walk about, and then everyone just sees you walking into the wall.
So it's an omnidirectional like treadmill built into the floor. Basically, it's ridiculous. So it's 360-degree treadmill, as a YouTuber called it, and you control it by a PlayStation 5 controller and motion detection to move subjects. So what's even madder, and how the YouTuber put it, is literally like you can use the Force and move stuff on it.
Yeah.
So if you've got a camera on you, and say he had like a cardboard box or something, or like a wooden box on this flooring, because the motion detector spotted him doing that, the motion detector made the tiles push the box away.
Oh, that's next level.
I hadn't heard about. We're buying a house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a Jedi.
So yeah, in the video, he's recording himself, and he's literally just doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that, and the box is moving to his hand.
Oh, crazy!
But that's the development of the future.
Yeah, but the thing is, who can afford this? Like, who's going to be able to buy stuff like
Disney.
We can band, we can band
done it
enough
for them.
people together, guys. If we work
If we make a bank account tonight and we just add a little bit.
Think about how lazy you could be. You could microwave your dinner, get it to like come out, and then you get a little trolley, and then you can like fucking like pull the Force.
Only Rob would think of that. Of all the people I know about gaming, Rob would think of that.
Think about it.
Next level gaming. He goes in with a microwave. I want my mac and cheese.
Bro, imagine though. You could like bring the food to you with the Force. You're like, nah, I don't want it. Bring me, like you mind meld your fucking mac and cheese to you. Like,
People would do that 100%.
Imagine doing it at a delivery at the front door. Like pizza guy comes on. It's like,
It's like-
oh yeah, your pizza's here. It's like, yeah, it will come to me. It's fine.
put it on the table. You just see a dude like 40 feet back doing this, and the pizza driver's thinking he's on fucking LSD. He's like, can I drive home? Like,
I think we're making GTA 6 like £120.
Do you see what
What?
I mean?
Yes.
Is that rumors or that legit?
That's like peak gossip to official.
Going on
It's
Klarna.
outrageous.
That's what's happening.
Kaireem, it's outrageous. It's stupid.
100, there's no game that's 120.
It depends what edition of the game you buy.
We're not talking like
You might be
deluxe,
out of
like
it, yeah.
exclusive. I'm talking about like base level. Yeah.